in support, of course, of one of East London's favorite sports, boxing. Iphinde ibe sport, iphinde ibe i-habit nje yalapha into eyi-one yonke loo nto leyo, because apha it's all interlinked. Okanye ndi-wrong sis? Interviewing namhlanje in the studio, we actually joined by Sibongile Mpofu from Zbashy Promotions and Entertainment, and events, for an exciting announcement about what's happening in the 4th September. Good morning, Sis Nija.
Morning to you, nabalandeli, nababukeli, nabamameli bekhena.
Ndicela unyusela nje imic
ndithi kule nyanga yamasiko nezenkcubeko ndiyanintulisa.
Oh yes. Now, boxing is we were just talking off air. My boxing is part of the bloodstream, DNA. Yalapha ephondweni, even worse ke apha eMonti, because sikhule thina siyazi nje uba some of our biggest heroes, the biggest names that we know, sikhula, abantu who we really looked up to, most of them had something to do with the boxing, whether they were actual fighters, okanye trainers, okanye people who are promoters. There's always something there that has to do with boxing phakathi. And so Tina, we grew up with a very, very big respect for that. I'm sure that in the same breath now, your background definitely in boxing. What are some of your earliest memories get active in boxing?
My background has a lot to say when it comes to boxing. My uncle, my late uncle, Usipo Fuma, was my father's brother, but he was from outside wedlock. However, he was a fighter. My father, I remember when he was still alive, he used to take us when we were growing up to Sisa Dukashe, any venue that had boxing, because it was in his blood and his brother was playing. And slowly but surely, my brothers as well, my late brother, Makwet Nana Matiti, and my brother Ayanda Matiti, they also played. We would go and watch. So it was a family thing. We knew when it's boxing, we had to go and watch.
Everything you put down, you were boxing. And so, watching that and understanding the sport, what excited you about wanting to become part of boxing? Westgate, because it goes from a family thing, and now it's a business thing as well. You are also, in your own right, somebody who is promoting the sport and all of that. How did you go from there, from just loving Indo to also being part of the culture which is keeping it alive?
Funny enough, it was not love, because I was just going to be part of family. Whenever the family was there, it was not love. And my subconscious mind told me that this thing is dangerous and I can't watch it. It's scary and all of that. But in 2006, my brother approached me that he's opening up a promotion company. So he would like me to tag along. And I was like, okay. At the time when I joined, I was just helping my brother with the administration and stuff, writing proposals, doing all sorts of things. However, I began to love it because it was on day to day. It was whichever month that has a historic commemoration or celebration, he would say, let's do something about it. Let's celebrate it through boxing and all of that. So it became part of me. One way or the other, even though it was something that I never thought I would be part of in a professional way. But here I am today, promoting my own company, having my own boxers and all of that, because I do love all of it. Yes.
And then, you are so involved in many things to do with boxing, with the structures, with the development, with the promotions. Is it everything it looks like from the outside, or is it 10 times as hard behind the scenes? Isn't this
You guys don't want to know. These are people who complain about how we do things. I always advise that they must go and get their own license to be promoters and all of that, so that they can see the sweat that we go through every now and then. You can see there are boxes behind me. They know it's not all gloom every now and then. There are difficult times when you have to look for funding, and those that had promised to fund you, they step you
on the
very
11th
minute,
hour.
and you are like, you ask them, do we continue with this or what? And it's upon them to say no. It's their right to say no. When they say no, it means that the fight has to be rescheduled. But they also feeling the same pain we are feeling. They would sometimes say no, let's continue, we'll take whatever is there. Boxing sport, it's a very difficult one. We are losing the name maker because even though the government is still assisting, but not at the level that it should.
Or used to.
Or used to. We also have business companies, private companies that are around. No one wants to be associated with boxing. I don't know what happened, especially after COVID. I really don't know what happened. If there is association, it's association that is small, but yeah, it's there. But you no longer getting what you used to get. And I must say it. We have lost contact. We have lost the actual name, which is boxing mecca, which when you speak boxing, you speak Eastern Cape, you speak Tanzania, you speak Tangen Village, you speak
but
East
that's
London.
heartbreaking,
Yeah,
though, because
heartbreaking
there's so much history behind that name. It wasn't just a name.
Exactly,
We
are slowly. I must not shy away from the fact that we have lost it, and some people are still defending that we still make her. No, we're not, because the government departments in other regions, for instance, Gauteng province, they are assisting, even private companies, they are assisting. They have more fights than us. They bill out more tournaments than us, and we can't run away from the fact that we need to regain strength. We need to sit down and say, what is it that we need to do in order for us to regain our name and everything that comes with it. Because regaining the name alone, it's nothing, but you need to regain everything that comes with it.
How much? Not in terms of figures, but at what scale of funding is needed to actually keep boxing alive? Because as you can talk, I can hear about undertones, the support in different areas of this. What kind of scale are we talking of funding that mhlambe, if we have people from the private sector watching and listening to us, people who see how they possibly can get involved, where is it that it's mostly needed, the injection lane, which can actually help revive status boxing?
The more place, the most important, it's boxers' passes. That's the most important, because that's what boxing is about. They need to get paid.
They are prize fighters.
Yeah, they need to get paid. So whoever that is interested, one can pay whatever amount that they would like to pay, and especially when it comes to their passes, there's so much that one needs to go through, because there's BSA, which is the legal holder, the right holder of where passes are taken in. So if one is interested, they can talk to us. They can throw whatever that they want to throw. Remember, it's not only about the fight that is taking place on the 4th of September. We need to keep the wheels rolling.
Yes.
We need to have them every now and then, because when these 14 boxers are playing on the 4th of September, what about the others? What about the others that are sitting?
Because there's a long list of others who will be watching what happens on the 4th to see who they want to challenge, how they want to move forward, etc. And I mean, when it comes to a boxer's purse, sometimes people think it's just, what they get paid out at the end of that fight. Oh, that includes training, nutrition, their team, it builds up your corner.
Yeah, the build-up, in most cases, it comes from the manager's side, because they are responsible for that, of which they're going to get once the boxer is paid.
Yes.
However, you sometimes feel, if there's anyone that is interested, to say, no, I want to take Undulani, I want to take Umalini and make them ambassadors of my business and make them ambassadors of my company. I will make sure that when it's time to for them to fight, this is what I bring on board. They don't necessarily have to give them money. They can buy them nutritional food and make sure that they are healthy and all of that.
Equipment,
Yes.
yonke loo nto leyo. Okay, so let's talk about the fourth. Because this is what we want. We want to see everybody who's listening and watching us. We want to see them ICC. Tell us what's going on and why you guys decided on doing this event on the 4th.
The event was supposed to be on the 26th of this month. However, some of the partners couldn't make it on the date. So we decided, and also there's too much that is happening
around that time.
Around that time, and also, so we then decided, no, let us open, we took the keys to open for all the events that will be taking place on the Heritage
Month.
So we decided to hold that key and say, okay, let's open up for everyone that will be making events during Heritage. Let Zbashy be the opener.
Oh, yes.
So we are hosting a well-titled fight, an IBO mini fly for Ayanda Ndulani, who is the current holder of the belt, versus Spamandla Balani. They are just behind me.
Yes.
So each man will speak for himself.
I will bring them up.
They will be given a chance to speak for themselves. And tell us exactly what is it that they will be doing in the square in that particular day. We also have Umtokozi Sengaka, who is a mini fly, will be fighting with Uloiso Ngandweni. When you speak of Ngandweni, he has been there, done that. But Unaka is a new kid on the block, and
he's got something to prove.
He's making waves, and you can't run away from the fact that the other one. In most cases, they would say he's the most experienced, but we'll check and see on the 4th whether or not.
Experience.
We also have Unokolo Makanavu. She'll be fighting with Patience Mastara from Zimbabwe. They'll be fighting under a bantamweight. You see, it's difficult to have female boxing taking place because we now have to go all the way to Zim to get someone to fight with, because we've been struggling. We've been trying to make this fight, and when I was doing a fight in June, she was supposed to be there, but she couldn't because she couldn't get someone to fight with. We also have Uno Zwenetu Matonzi, who'll be fighting with Emihle. Emihle is coming all the way from Cape Town. They'll be fighting under a junior fly as well. We have Bonwabile Mnyungulu, he's a junior feather. He'll be fighting with Odwa Mbojeni. The last bout, the new kids on the block, on the professional block, which is Indipile Potomani, fighting under Bantam with Usiabo Mkechani. So we're introducing them in the professional world.
Okay.
Just to see how it's like. Do they want to be there and all of that.
On the big stage.
Yes, on the big stage.
So it's going to be an exciting night here, boxing, 7 bouts. And there is
it's going to be an exciting afternoon, actually.
Yes.
It's in the afternoon.
Yes.
Sunday afternoon at 2.
Okay.
Yes.
And there's going to be lots happening in that ring. How different is it promoting women's boxing, a fight, than it is promoting men's boxing? And is there a difference from what you know? And what would that be? And what are some of the things that jump out at you about that?
There's actually no difference. Boxing is boxing.
Yeah.
It's just that they fight for 2 minutes, and their male counterparts fight for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Boxing is boxing. How you pay them is actually the same.
Yeah.
And that's what is not happening. That's what we need to instill. Because in some cases you find out that they are now made subcontractors or sub.
Okay.
They are not as primary as their male counterparts. So they are now secondary holders in the sport. So, but it's not actually happening in boxing only. even other females, they are having the same prize in other sporting codes. So that's what we need to instill, and that's what we need to motivate people on, that these people, they do the same thing when they get there. It can't be that their salaries or their payment is lesser, because they actually do the same thing. They get the hooks, they get hit by the straight wrap up, and
they've got to wake up and train.
Yeah.
They've got to do yonke le nto enzwa iboxer yenziwa yenye iboxer. So
everything.
And support wise, is the support the same throughout people who support boxing? My support are just as boxing, or are there people maybe who would say differently about men's boxing compared to women's boxing in Mhlambe?
We still have those that we call stereotypes who still feel like women shouldn't box. And you would ask yourself as to why, because there are many sporting codes that women are involved in. Women are everywhere. You can't run from the fact that they are everywhere. And when you say they can't box, what is it that you want them to do when they love boxing?
That's what they do.
That's what they do. The support is actually not the same. It's not the same, and that's what we need to work towards.
Okay.
That's what we need to work towards, because it's not the same. We need to create the hype towards women fighting, that they also can do the same. And you find that some women are way better than their male counterparts when it comes to the square.
And it's exciting, nevertheless, because our Posia Corner, all roads lead to the ELICC on the 4th of September, Sunday in the afternoon. Bring the family. Come and watch. It's going to be an exciting thing to witness, and it's going to be a great way to spend an afternoon celebrating the hard work that has been done to get everybody there, and all the training and everything in that square. It all gets left there.
Yeah, it all gets there inside the square. Everything that one was sweating on, it all gets there inside the square. Ends there. That's where we put a full stop.
And this is brought to you by Zbashy Promotions and Events, of which we do have some of the boxers with us, two of which are in the studio with us. We'll be talking to them in just a minute. Best of luck, Siswam. We'll be in contact all the way in the build-up, and making sure by the time we figure out 4th, so basically ringside, trying to get the best view of all the action.
Yes. And those that are not you, the ringside ticket is 200 rand, the general ticket is 100 rand. The tickets will be available at 12 in the same venue. At the same venue,
the East London ICC. You can't, everybody knows where that is. You can't miss it. Noba ungaya a beachfront a mistake. You can't walk past that place about the ICC. So this time around, on that Sunday, will be the 100 rand general and 200 rand ringside.
Yes.
All right. Tickets go on sale from 12 o'clock. Guys, make it down there. It's going to be exciting. But I don't want to sell the fight too much myself, or the event too much myself. We've got some of the people. I was a baby ringing in Pagati. And that's going to be even more exciting, because I always like predictions before the fight, especially from the fighters themselves, because it tells you there's a plan in place. Even if they're not going to give away their secrets as to how they're going to do it. I like to hear, especially like confidence. I know what I'm going to do. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Do stick around. KNR Radio, according to you, it's 11 minutes after 8, 25th of August, 2022. And Namhlanje, like any other day, we're still doing radio according to you.
We're social. Check us out on Facebook. Activist Radio.
I want to ask you, Roslelo, do you expect gifts
Oh man. Give us a bit of background bafethu ke masiqale ngawe ke nesipha manje. I-background yakho ye-boxing ithini like uqale nini udlala amanqindi and ude ufike kule point le ye-fights zakho?
Sekudala ndidlala amatsha since 2006 2005
Sure. Until zange kwabakho gap nje still uyapusha.
Push. Ndathena professional B12 now.
Nice.
Bambi the South African champion 2 times. And ndayibamba ne-I-Pro but ke shem bamenzela i-favor. Wow, awine hlobo lakhe. Alizuthi bambonisa. Awine hlobo lakhe. Bathi ngalamini. Ndiyamcela nami. Ndiyamcela nje. Makazibonisa umuntu akaza kakhulu wena. Asibe phela khona yakaza bakuthi wena ndosuka pha kuwe ndiyambeka. Bazambetha ngihana ndona.
Eyakhe background ku boxing ayanda yaqala pha eTsholomo.
Siqale eTsholomo ndidlalile amatsha but khandle kakhulu amatsha. But ndidlalile amatsha then ndathina professional 2015.
Sure.
So since 2015 khange ndiphinde ndiye ku box.
Sure.
Yeah. Ndiwine ibhande maqala le-WF.
Yeah.
Africa. Ndawina i-Eastern Cape. Ndawina i-APS 2. I-WO ke ndiluze kule mfana. Ndiluze apha. So nginamkhandela Cape.
All right.
I-IPO world ku-Joy. Defender apha ku-Joy. I defended to my and understand the guy wanayo kodwa understand because utila emotions zakhe
Utayenza sense.
ayenzi sense because ndibona so andimuva kabi.
And that's why le fourth le ibaleke kangaka le izocacisa into ezininzi
Izokusindo.
Hayi le 40 kum ndiyo defend ibhandi yam. Akhonto ndiyicacisa ndingacacisa ibaleni.
And okay.
Yena ubaleni kufuneka abonikalise lento athi yena funeka abonakalise uba ufuna lento ikum. Mina na pressure bona funeka ndithini ndiyobetha ubaleni xa ndidefend ibhandi yam. Ubaleni akanando funeka work hard for le lento. So ana pressure ngoku.
and awuzumnika mos.
Akazifumana yam.
Hey, I like the energy bafethu because nobabini ni show qha ke ngoku on the 4th ayizukwazi ba kuphuma abantu abayi2 bezichamp.
Hayi njalo ke.
Yabo iboxing injalo ke ibhlungu kulandawo ke because singathetha ngoku yabo but pha kuphuma 1.
Hayi unenze into shame inoba ke xathi uzokubapha khona ezokuba inoba ngoku ujima kwi-bulls. Inokujima ku-bulls bulls beyiraphi
I want to slam up bro.
jima ku-bulls ke ngoku akazoyiphila ezini.
Oh Nkosi yami.
Ndijonga qala. Lela ithetha uyayazi. Ndinanyana.
Wena
Awumbuko.
is
Avuswe ndim ndikuvuze ndiphakama.
phakama nikaqhibu.
Now, I show me the confidence and I.
Sure. Must take a training bafethu to prepare for a fight efana nale and others. Like what goes on and how long do you train for indoni mhlambe yenziwayo in the process for abantu abangayaziyo mhlambe behind the scenes ba umuntu xa isezilungiselela ifight enje what goes into that? Ningaphendula nje noba ngubani na press.
Hayi kuqala le training preparation right kuba ke mna ngiphumule nokuphuma. I think next month when that benzozana lo mfana but ke yeah postpone fight yeah.
Sure.
Okona welibambile. Now till now so ndimlungiselele kakhulu ndulana. Now
Uthi akho ndawo engekho ready.
akho nangekho ready. Baqala on.
All right. This is exciting. Buffet to between now and the 4th of September, you can just be planning and predicting about what's going to be happening. East London ICC, it's all happening. There's Zbashy Promotions and Events brings you 7 bouts that are happening on that Sunday afternoon, of which there is a belt on the line. And now Undulani says yena oyifunayo makazoyithatha kuye. Oh. Jaba bethu i-challenge nje kanti wena ushow ba otherwise ugcinele ibhandi yakho.
So, ngithile qhashe ngawina eva awawina hlobo lakhe ayayayayina zamletha.
All right, it's going to be exciting, mafethu. Mina ke ndizobe ndipha ringside because andiphoswa bendikhona kuthethwa kanje ndifuna uba khona naxa kubethwana yabo sibone kakuhle ke uba i-backup yale nto ithethwa apha yiyo napha eringini yabo. Exciting times. Predictions, mafethu. How many rounds is the bout? 10? 12 predictions. Uthi usho kaloku usho plan yakho ithini ngoma 4-5 nyana.
So ingakube ngifumenzele ngimbetha lo mfana umpani yeah but ke shem uhambe thithi sabethe ngalo run 4 hey endinosiza banda umbetha lo yeah anga ngilindanga so panisha
hamba naye get round by round nje
makathandaze hayi umbetha run 4 enze haya hayi
plan bangoke yami benisithi ke inoba ngujima ku Bulls. Inoba ngujima ku Bulls.
This drama out.
Bulls. So ngifuna eze ke ngoku nalansika yakhe usistrama kwa eze ke ngoku nalansika nezando zakhe pha. Kodwa ke mina benisithi kuye into bendicela kuye uzisa. Into bana le fight masikudala sile baleni. Sililo koqala one bet. Sala okwesibini dambetha.
It decided le.
Okwesibini baye 2 times ku IPO. But IPO no man uluzile bansisa ikho. Kodwa no man siza ikho lengayo uluzile mfondini lapha phela waya uthakaza kodwa fanele uluzile. Uyafuna bandi kungena bandi. So ke ngoku ndithi ke ngokuzisa akho need ubana ibe kanti si akanfundi mos ayikho la nto kuthiwe ndizayenza kuphinde analyze level round 1 round 2
sure
yandazi sinokunikeze babenzike masincedisane officials at least masiyobethana pha basibethana muso round 4 akanovela le city round 4 masingamboni because akanfundi yandazi
okay so ukude round 4
ukude round 4
yabona le
akaze lezi strum sakhe
ali ndisibhuli awuzobona nyani ibhuli la
akaze lezi strum uzawuzihead uzawuzihead
ubhaso bangakuteklishi mfondini. Oh man, 4th September, East London ICC, Zbashy Promotions and Events bring you 7 bouts, 2 of which of the boxers balapha phambi kwami ke sithanda noSiphamandla baleni no Ayanda Ndulani. Izaba mnandi ke into endiyaziyo yonke la boxing izaba ipha and in the great spirit of boxing yakweli cala masibe pha ngobuninzi bethu. Tickets general admission 100 rand, ringside 200 rand. Bafethu, best of luck, good luck makuliwe. It's going to be a beautiful fight and sizawukhe siyibone ke omnye uthi ufuna upanisha omnye nje ahambe naye ngezi rounds because ufuna umbetha nyani. Omnye uthi yo i4th round ayikude because unayo iplan. Maitibale pha ringini ke bafethu. Thank you so much.
thank you.
The terrestrial. We are KNR. You're listening to the sound. Sound good, you got
All right, we're gonna be taking some photographs as well. Silapho ke de studio Keith Ngesi Radio according